All right, guys, this is John, Brooklyn, Isaiah, and Cal. And we have been moving things, getting animals situated. You guys have been asking about Isaiah and Brooklyn, where they've been. Well, they've been around. They are helping a lot, just not a lot when I have the camera out, but they helped me today. So that's where they have been. How about you guys? Where are you guys watching from? We've had people from all over the country messaging us. So put down in the comments, where are you guys watching? And let's go check out what we've got finished up today. All right, guys, so the biggest project today was getting a couple breeding pairs moved in together. We want to have some, guys know we had those spring litters. Those are coming at the end of March. Then we wanted some more for the summertime, but we wanted to space them out where the farrowing barn is going to be empty and have some time to rest before we put new litters in there. So that's why we've waited on these other litters. So we're going to show you who we put together here for summer litters. The first project we did was a big one. We've moved both groups of chickens, and here are the young commercial browns with our splash Australorp rooster. We were able to move those, and normally we'll move them before we let them out. Today we let them out and moved them, and it went super well. Obviously I had help today, so it was a lot easier. These guys are going to be laying here in probably 3 weeks or so, so we are looking forward to having some more eggs, because we have a bunch of people reaching out for eggs, and I'm sure if you guys have chickens, you probably do as well. So the big move was our laying flock, and they were right here, and there is manure all spread through there. So we are excited to see what that's going to look like in the summertime. But same thing, guys, we let them out, and it made it a lot easier for me to move the chickshaws without all those chickens in there. That's a lot of extra pounds. So we got them moved, we herded them in, filled up their feeders, so they really didn't run away. So it was a lot easier than we've done in the past. Yesterday we got 40 eggs, so they are starting to lay a lot more, so that is a good sign. But that's just the way it goes. The days are getting longer, so we are getting a lot more eggs. They've got a huge... What's that?
The chicken's in a nesting box right there.
Yeah, so we've got some laying. I'll jump up in here. Hey, oh, there's two. Oh, we scared her out. Probably shouldn't do that. We need all the eggs we can get. So this is where we start. We just moved them across. That fence line is the same fence line as when they were on the other side. So we just moved the chickshaws across. We'll make a run all the way down, horseshoe it around the feeders, come up to here, and then we'll move the whole thing over to this side, and we'll be able to use that spigot to water them. We're still using the same spigot over there, and the water is right there, so they are doing well. That made that easy. So we got all that done this morning, and then after the chickens were moved, it was time to get the breeders in. So we're back here at the pond. You guys know we like those water tanks we get from Tractor Supply, or we used to get from Tractor Supply. For the Piglets, well, we're running out of Piglets, so we don't have enough Piglets to move all our breeders together. So we had two quack shacks down here. This one's got our khaki Campbells in it, which they are out around the back of the pond enjoying this day today. And we have set up the other quack shack for our first two breeders. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with these ones. We've got Henry in here, and they were just in the woods, so he's enjoying this quite green grass for this time of year. Henry, can you say hi, or you kind of busy? He's kind of busy, but there's Henry. We just took the door off the quack shack, filled it up with hay, and they're gonna have a nice shelter in there. And we've paired him with Delilah. So excited. These guys are decent size for each other. And obviously Delilah's got the band there. Henry's a tricolor boar. So that's probably our most enjoyable part, is thinking about who to pair with who and wondering what we'll get as results. So they'll be in there. It's probably going to be the end of June or July. Jamie, you guys know this. She knows the dates better than I do. But this is our first pair, and this area is just great. I mean, they'll probably be in the mood really soon because they've got a pond front view, beautiful grass. What better way to set you in the mood to get love in the air? So yeah, she's running away, so she's really excited. But so this changed from the Quack Shack to the Love Shack. So we'll see what these guys produce. We'll keep an eye and see if when she comes into heat. Like we've said before, we don't always see it, but we try to keep track of the heat cycles, and she wants nothing to do with him right now, so she is obviously not in heat. So those are the first pair we put together. We'll run over here, check out the boars, and we want 3 summer litters, but we've only done 2 so far, so we'll show you why that is. All right, so we're over here with the boars. These guys are getting moved. We do want to put Walter in with somebody. Walter is going to be going in with, do you remember? Large Marge. Mama's got all these figured out, so Brooklyn helps me remember. So Walter's going to be with Large Marge, but the reason we didn't move him out, 1, we don't have a place ready, and 2, we don't want to leave Shiloh by himself. We figured out a solution for that. We are going to bring our new boar Gordon back here, and he's just a little piglet. A lot of people will ask us if that's okay to put the little ones in with the big ones. Yes, it is. They just run away because they're scared of the big ones, and it's not really a fight, and the big ones don't try to hurt them. So they do let them know who's boss. They'll toss them out of a feed bowl, but it's nothing like a fight when you have 2 boars the same size in a pen together. So we don't have a spot ready yet for Walter. We're getting that done. We'll probably do it this weekend. The reason we're not doing it today, tomorrow we're supposed to have some nasty storms, and then the next day it's getting down to a low of 19 at night. And a lot of times when you put new pigs in with these larger ones, they'll tend to sleep outside because they don't want to go in the pig loo yet with them. So we don't want Gordon to sleep outside when it's freezing. Later this week it's going to be warmer, and we'll get that done. So Shiloh's not going in a breeding pen yet, but we will put Gordon in there with him. And then in a couple days we'll get Walter out of here once this bad weather passes, and we're going to take the whole setup and move it down the line. So you guys probably can see who's not in here if you followed us along. Remember, Henry was over there. We just talked about Henry. So that means Ryder is in another breeding pen. Let's go check out that pen and see who he's with. Okay guys, we're up at the next breeding pen area. It's not quite as beautiful as the lakefront view or mucky pond front view, but we are here under the orchard. The donkeys were in here a long time ago, and these guys, look at them already going to town. They're finding some nuts and stuff underneath there. But if you guys remember, this is Ryder and Chloe, and they've each had, well, he hasn't had a litter, but obviously he's a male. Chloe had her first litter with Ryder last I guess last summer, and she was the one that had Betty White, who we decided to keep. So she only had 4 piglets, and usually the first litters are their smallest litters, but all 4 of those piglets were big, fat, chunky piglets. The 2 boars that were amazing didn't have wattles, so we ended up castrating them. Most people want wattles on their boars. We honestly don't care very much, but we're not going to keep a million boars, so we ended up castrating them, and we had people that wanted barrows, but we're just excited to see what they will produce again. So that's why we've put them back together, just because that litter, all 4 of them, there really wasn't a small pig in that litter. They all turned out great. And let's see if Ryder, my favorite thing about Ryder is his big fat nose. Hey, you want to show everybody? Yeah, not bad. So they are in again. Like I said, this is going to be a summer litters. I was so glad to have my helpers out here today helping me out, getting them in. Oh, look who's up here. Someone laid a Kobe. Just kidding. Kobe's in the laying boxes. She likes to come over here. This is going to be filled. Oh yeah, This is gonna be filled with chickens in a little while, bud.
It's for these. This is for my Polish chicken.
No, not happening. So anyway, guys, we wanted to show you who's going in for some summer litters. Like we said, we'll get Walter moved in with large Marge here in a couple days. We just want to let that weather get by. So anyway, appreciate you following along. If you haven't,
make sure you like, subscribe, check us out on Instagram and also Facebook, and don't forget to make the change.
All right, guys, we'll see you on the
next video.